This specific video, I'm going to break down the real reasons why I'm so over and done with people. And if you resonate with me, you'll understand exactly why. And if you want to learn how to build boundaries and protect yourself without going too extreme, without, going to internet cults, becoming a Sigma, red pill, whatever, then let me help you. The healthy, right way to stand up for yourself. Book a free discovery call with me. The link's in the description and the pinned comment down below. Now, this comes just after me going away on vacation. I work bloody hard. So does my partner, who works a very stressful job. And we like to go away, whether it's a weekend break or a beach holiday. We booked a beach holiday months ago. We thought this is exactly what we need to detox and get away from everyone and everything and just be pampered a little bit. That's our style. But the problem throughout this entire trip, which has resulted in me lodging a very big complaint, becoming a full-blown Karen, because of the incompetency, stupidness, and selfishness of people, is people. People have been the problem. Let me explain. And some of these are first world problems, but there's a reason I'm telling you this. When we went to this hotel, which claims to be a 5-star, I'm not going to say who it is because I'm in communication with it right now, so I can, get some compensation for the disaster that it was. We were woken up every single day by banging at 5:30 in the morning by staff who didn't give a damn, and they were just making noises, smoking cigarettes on loud phone calls at 5 in the morning. Very, very bizarre. No one served you at all, even though you were desperate for drinks because it's hot and so on. No one even said good morning to you. They used to always take orders wrong. They were always late with food. And long story short, our aircon didn't work and it was sweltering heat. We moved rooms several times. We never got an apology. We never even got compensated a bloody coffee. And we had a bad mattress. Housekeeping never changed the sheets at all. Housekeeping used to be late as well. And I screwed up my back, ended up in a clinic because my back and neck seized up and they couldn't even be bothered to send me to a place. I had to find it myself. I had a car rented and I couldn't rent or drive the car for the last few days because of my back seizing up. So I was literally in a crap hotel with crap service, crap people, and I couldn't do anything or drive my car, whatever. But that's nothing. To put the cherry on top of that cake, on the flight home, which was about 4 hours or so, in the same row as me was a young family. 2 young parents and 2 kids as well. I don't know, 5 or 6 the kids were. They were brats. They were annoying. They were difficult. They were climbing around, kicking people, screaming, shouting, annoying people. And the parents were so stupid, naive, arrogant and oblivious that they just let them do it. And they were idiots as well. Everyone gave them dirty looks. Everyone said, can you please calm your kids down? Can you please stop it? I was frustrated, still in pain. I said, for God's sake, control your kids. Nothing changed. If you think that's worse, I had to take a taxi back from the airport because we were so delayed and frustrated and everything, which is not what I normally do. And on top of that, the taxi driver drove like a lunatic, spoke like a lunatic. I genuinely feared for my life. And when I finally got home, in pain, frustrated, exhausted from not really relaxing on that holiday as well, as much as I would have done, I turned to my missus and I said, I'm doing a video about this, reinforcing how over I'm done with people. From the rudeness, from the disrespect, from the fact you have to beg people to take your money if you want to do business, buy something, rent a car, upgrade your room, whatever, have a holiday, just be in peace. They're idiots. And this is the problem. This is the problem. Now, it's got nothing to do with race. It's got nothing to do with age. This is a human problem. Okay? People have lost the plot. They are the worst they have ever been. And I don't hate all people, but I certainly hate the people I sat next to on the plane. I couldn't stand the driver and the people in the hotel. And by the way, this hotel pretends and says it's a 5-star. Okay? That's not a 5-star. That's not service. When you're sunbathing in pigeon shit because they haven't bothered to even clean the sunbeds, when they can't even bother to serve you water, when housekeeping wake you up to have FaceTime calls with their friends at 5:30 in the morning every single night, when you're roasting in your third room because the aircon doesn't work and they're saying to you, no, you stay there and wait for it to turn on. Yeah, not acceptable. By the way, we read reviews and everything. This was a complete, utter disaster. Okay, you might think this is first world problems. Oh, you stayed in a hotel, whatever like that. But I work hard. Whether you like to go camping or stay in a 5-star or go on a beach holiday, drive to the countryside, whatever you want to do, you deserve rest, as do I. I'm entitled to it. We deserve to be treated with the bare minimum. A hello, a good morning. Yes, we'll keep our kids quiet. Yes, we'll drive safely. Yes, we'll get you from A to B. But you don't get the bare minimum anymore. Okay? You don't get a hello. You don't get any type of service. Forget good service. You don't get service. You don't get looked after. And here's the other scary thing. I paid for those seats on the plane. They weren't first class, but I paid for them because we like to sit together as a couple. I was in pain. I didn't want the stress. So I paid out of my own pocket to be sat next to imbeciles, the worst, most idiotic, stupid parents I've ever seen in my life. And brats running around, literally barging into people, kicking them, screaming, dragging the seats back and forth, climbing over me at one stage and saying, get off, you know. This is people now. And it's not a country thing. People say, oh, it's the UK. No. I've been to Europe. I've been to the States. I've been to Asia. This is a global problem now. Okay? You are not going to pack your stuff up and go out of the city, out of the country, and think it's going to be better. It could be considerably, significantly worse. Now, maybe I'm entitled, you're saying. Maybe, you just got high standards. No. I've got standards. If I'm on a plane for 5 hours, tell your kids to shut the F up. If I have to pay for a taxi, drive me there safely with your seatbelt on, not hand on the wheel, not driving like a lunatic after a terrible flight, not mouthing off, swearing and saying inappropriate things. If I'm thirsty and you are a waiter or waitress, offer me a drink. Just get a tap water. It's simple. If your aircon doesn't work, say my aircon doesn't work. Do you know what? You're not enjoying your stay here. Here's a refund. Go somewhere else. I begged for that and I couldn't get it. No, we'll step up. We'll try better next time. And this is the thing. Our day-to-day lives, okay, are stressful, are difficult. Business is tough. Work is tough. Families, dynamics, traveling, getting from A to B. We live stressful, difficult lives. It's got significantly worse in the last 5 years. So if people are awful in our day-to-day lives, which they are, aren't they? How much more polarizing and depressing and frustrating is it that you go on vacation and they're even worse? Or you go somewhere else and they're just as bad? And what can you do? You shout, you moan, you complain, you vent. And where does it get you? You might get a refund if you're lucky, but you'll never get that time back. You book out that time. That time is precious. We are not even met with the bare minimum. And these are the real reasons I'm over people. I don't apologize for these videos anymore. I don't say, maybe I'm being a bit harsh. People say, you're being negative or you're being this. No, I'm being real. I don't BS. I say it as it is on this channel. And with the anger and the frustration in my voice, this is what I'm trying to say to you. If you feel the same, if you are on the same page here, if this has struck a chord, it's because you get it. But most people don't. Most people are away with the fairies as well. Literally, this couple that I sat next to with their kids, they could have been from another universe. They spoke English. They didn't get it. They didn't care. One guy shouted at the mother and the kids, "Control your kids." And then she burst into tears. Never apologized. Never took responsibility. Ran off the plane so no one could confront them. And guess what? No luggage to claim, so no one saw them again. But even if you complain, then what's going to change? To sit in your seat and let your children run riot and not care about the other 200 people, whatever, on the plane, what's that say about you? To be desperate for a job and be a waiter and you don't even do the bare minimum of actually attesting to customers. Yes, people would walk around, these waiters, with empty trays for the whole day. I'd say good morning. You know, it'd be nice to get a good morning out of you. About, oh yeah, good morning. You can't even say good morning. You're trying to get a tip. For a hotel to arrogantly say, and the staff in the hotel have no sympathy, no empathy, no understanding because their hotel doesn't manage properly. Oh, I never told you this. Even the manager said, well, I've given up anyway. Well, that's reassuring. I'm the customer. Well, yeah, I've given up. You know what? I want to quit this job. Well, no wonder your staff are like the same. Because it all stems on the top, doesn't it? What's happened? You might think, oh, you're being really out of order. Oh, you're being petty. You're entitled. No. I have expectations. If I pay good money, I want to be treated with respect. I want to have a drink. I want a hello in the morning. I want things clean. I don't want to sleep in sheets with blood and stains on them every night and not be woken up at 5 in the morning. I want to sit on a plane when I'm in pain, when I'm actually so stressed from the trip that I just had, in somewhat peace or quiet. But I can't. I want to get home safely. And this is just a small micro example. I've used many other bigger examples, but this is my point. I'm done shielding people now. I'm done making excuses for them. I'm done gaslighting myself sometimes and saying, you know what, maybe I'm being out of order here. Maybe I need to be a bit, more positive. It's got nothing to do with positive and negative. It's got nothing to do with entitlement. It's the bare minimum. Whether you're buying a car, whether you're getting on a bus, whether you're speaking to a client, whether you're showing up to work, whether you're going to a family member, whether you're going on a date, the bare minimum is gone. Don't expect respect. Don't expect good treatment. Don't expect people to go above and beyond. Don't expect people to treat you how you deserve to be treated, because it's not happening anymore. The world has gone to crap, but our world mustn't do so. What you need to do is exactly what I did. Stand up for what you believe in. Question things. You're not a Karen. You're not entitled. You have an expectation. And I'm not talking about high expectations. I'm not saying you need to be like royalty. The bare minimum. If the bare minimum is not met for you, complain about it. If it's in the service industry or if it's people, cut them out and move on. That's my advice. Because if people can't show up for the bare minimum, if people can't just do the natural thing, as in make a minor effort, if people can't just give you something back when you've given everything and more, money, time, energy, life, walk away. And it's not high expectations. It's not you being entitled. It's you getting what you deserve. Because otherwise, your life will be more stressful, agitated, frustrating, and annoying. I don't want that to happen to you. So I don't care if it's a family member, a friend, a 5-star, 3-star hotel, a taxi driver, a limo driver, whatever. If you don't do the bare minimum, take me from A to B, say hello in the morning, respond, don't play games, whatever it is, you're out of my life or I'm making a complaint. Simple as that. You're too polite. You're too nice. Stand up for yourself. At the time, my partner was saying, I think you're being a bit harsh and everything. But as time has gone on and she slept on it and reviewed it, she said, yeah, this was all unacceptable. And that's where you need to be. If it is not acceptable for the bare minimum, speak up about it. Okay? You don't need to be violent. You don't need to be disrespectful. You need to stand your ground, stand firm and say, I expect this. This is not right. I need this. Please do it. If you're not going to do it, if it's a personal relationship, that's fine. Distance yourself, walk away. They're a waste of time. If you really want to learn how to set boundaries like this the right way, let me help you. Book a free discovery call with me. The link's in the description down below. I am so frustrated by this because I know others will feel the same. Share your experiences down below. Be kind to each other, because I've seen some nasty comments from people who are genuine a-holes, racist, disrespectful, whatever, and thinking, oh yeah, everyone else is, but no, you're the problem. I'm calling you out as well. Yeah? Don't comment on my channel. Don't subscribe on my channel if that's what you're like. But if you're like me, where you're given everything, you've got the bare minimum expectations not being met, something needs to change. Let's turn you from the people pleaser that I used to be as well into the assertive, confident person that gets what they want, because these a-holes are getting what they want and crapping all over people. And here's my question. Why shouldn't you as well get what you want? Are you sick and tired of feeling stuck in life or being weighed down by endless struggles? Maybe you're exhausted from being walked all over, or tired of never having boundaries, or not saying no, walking away, or stuck in toxic cycles and situations. Well, imagine breaking free from all of that, feeling powerful and totally in control of your life. When you work with me, there's no BS, no fluff, just real, personal transformation.
I won't lie, his direct no BS approach made me feel uncomfortable at times, but was absolutely necessary to reveal my blind spots that were holding me back to become the best version of myself.
He told me things I didn't want to hear, but I needed to hear. And it's helped me find myself again and to move on from it all and to rebuild and to come out stronger.
Now, you've seen my journey on YouTube about the power of walking away from the wrong people, overcoming addiction, handling grief, empowering myself from being rock bottom. But this isn't about me. This is not my story. This is your story. Imagine having a life on your terms, having a healthier, better relationship, being able to overcome your struggles and actually be at peace and taste happiness, maybe for the first time ever in your life.
I was skeptical at first, as he's not the cheapest, but my concerns were immediately put to rest when he presented a step-by-step detailed breakdown of my new life plan for me to follow immediately after the call.
I had a session with SCG. I just think that it was very, very beneficial, and he helped me work through my structure and path moving forward.
Now, other coaches fail when it comes to getting real results because they offer you generic advice that is not catered to you. It's a one-size-fits-all program, and it's a load of BS.
After watching countless videos on YouTube regarding heartbreak, I noticed that they were all similar. Go to the gym, hang around with friends, find a hobby, and all that other BS basically. Yeah, that's great advice, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't the advice that I needed. That's when I came across SCG's videos.
But I'm different. I listen to you. I take notes. I ask the deep questions and personalize and cater to your needs to take you from where you are now to where you truly want to be. And it's a lot easier and simpler than you think.
What I appreciate the most is how SCG tailored the session to my specific needs and goals. After questioning and analysing my unique background and story, I feel he over-delivered, proving his genuine passion for his clients.
I totally recommend, if you're reaching out, if you're looking into having somebody who can listen with understanding and help you kind of bring different perspectives to what you're dealing with.
So here's what I want you to do. If you are genuinely serious about change and personal transformation, book a free discovery call right now down below. And also check out the testimonials from real people and real success stories of men and even women who've turned their lives around thanks to me. There are only limited spots available, to take advantage of this now, and it's only for serious people who are serious about change. So let's not delay. Let's not keep you where you are now, stuck in the same cycles, the same routines for another year. Let's work together and break free together and live life finally on your terms.
Truly, thank you, SCG.
I really appreciate you, SCG.
If you're going through something similar, he could help you also.
If you're thinking of coaching with him, try it out for sure. Reach out.
If you're struggling too, especially with heartbreak, or just like I am, or anything else for that matter, then please reach out to SCG. Book your free consultation, and I can assure you, you won't regret it. You can't put a price on your health, especially your mental health.